are the qualities of the mentee that they have to develop, and what mentors actually look for in their mentees?
So I think this, like, if you're more specific with your ask, that says something about you, that you've thought about this, right? And
Yeah.
I think the only, it's interesting because when we started the mentoring program at Standard and Poor's, I'm one of these people. I asked the women who were helping us, like, where do you see problems, right? So we can anticipate them. And she said, oh, the mentees not doing what they're supposed to do. And I'm like, hey, not going to be the case with us. It's very competitive. It wasn't competitive. Like, there was a tight window. It was competitive that way. We had a lot fewer slots than people. And like, oh, that won't be the problem with us. 100% was the problem. And basically, so one of the things is, and this is just like any other relationship, right? You've asked this person for their time, respect their time. So that means come prepared, right? Not that you have to do everything they tell you to do, but like, do your homework, like, show up on time, right? Don't cancel at the last minute, right? And provide them with feedback. Right. And I think, like, the feedback both ways is important. And I'd argue, like, it's a good thing to have that conversation in every meeting, right? I'll have is this still, ask a mentee, is this still serving your needs? Right. And I think, right, if you can have goals set out, right? Most of us are goal oriented, right? It makes it easier for the mentor and for you, because you can, right. And right, they can be stretched, they can't be unrealistic, right? Like, I've been out of the workforce. I left as, like, I don't know, a manager role, and I want to be a CEO, right? Like, that's probably not going to happen. But your goal can be to get through the mentoring program and be in a better position for your job search afterwards, right? I would be, one thing to be very conscious of is, mentoring is guidance and, sharing wisdom and sharing networks and sharing stories. It's not sponsorship. So do not expect a mentor to find a job for you, right? Don't do that. I want to work at Google, so I'm going to find somebody at Google to find me a job. Now, you might say, I'd love to be mentored by someone at Google so I get a better understanding of what it's like there, but don't expect the person to find you a job, to introduce you to people to find you a job. That's not what mentoring is. That's sponsorship.
That is a very fine line, and I'm glad that you brought in, because it's important for them to know and work with people or network with people where they want to work, but they should not expect them to be their sponsor. So very important differentiation, and very important for them to keep this in mind.